I'm Brian Pippin, and welcome to the latest edition of JEA Savings Coach, where we will show you how to save energy, time, and money while improving your comfort and indoor air quality. Today's show is all about windows. Thermally, they are the weakest link in your home, and ignoring them can be costly. Let's start with some common things you need to know about your windows. We call it Windows 101. Here's David Reed.
Windows are the least energy efficient feature of your home. Even great windows are inefficient when compared to other features of your home like your wall and attic. The most important thing about windows in Northeast Florida is controlling solar heat gain, or in other words, keeping the hot sun out of your home. If your air conditioner had eyes, this is what it would see. I have an infrared camera here, and it's showing the sun shining through a window and the heat streaming in. This is what your air conditioner has to deal with to keep you comfortable and costs you big bucks every month. So what you need to do is stop that heat from coming in with either shade, solar screens, or solar film. Another important factor to consider about windows is their insulation properties. By this we mean a window's R value, or its ability to resist the flow of heat through the glass in the frame. To figure this out, you need to consider how leaky your window is, the type of frame material it has, how many panes of glass it has, and if it has a gas like argon inside the glass. For instance, this is a jalousie window. A lot of homes in Northeast Florida still have them. They're clear, single-pane windows which allow a lot of heat to transfer into your home. They're also notorious for being very leaky. It's going to be tough to fix these types of windows, and it's probably best to go ahead and get those replaced as soon as possible. So whether you fix up your existing windows or buy new ones, you really want to address these two factors: solar heat gain and R value. Window upgrades will help reduce your utility bill by helping to reduce the amount of time your HVAC system runs. There are a lot of false claims about savings estimates from window upgrades, so do your homework. I'm David Reed.
There are some great ways to address solar heat gain and U value without buying new windows. Here to talk about your options is Jason Horrocks from Green Energy Options. Thanks for joining us, Jason.
Thanks for having me.
So Jason, most customers immediately come to the conclusion that I can't have energy efficient windows unless I buy new ones. That's not the case, right?
Right, I get this question a lot. Unless your windows are single pane or jalousie type windows, replacing your current functioning double pane windows with more energy efficient double pane windows is really not the best bang for your buck.
Now also, we tell our customers a lot to have, you've got to have exterior shading as opposed to interior shading. Can you talk about the difference between the two and why one may be a lot more important than the other?
Right, interior shading such as curtains, drapes, and blinds, really main purpose is to prevent light infiltration. It's not very effective at stopping heat gain through the windows. Now, some homes are fortunate enough to have large shade trees, porches, and overhangs that keep that direct sunlight off of the glass. But most homes have at least one side of the house that gets hit with the direct sunlight. These are the windows we want to look at shading options to increase the efficiency of the window.
So, especially if you've got a window, we often remove a tree or something to help our grass grow, but that might have been shading that window, and now you've got the sun blazing in there, right?
I see that a lot. Homeowners will remove trees not thinking about the effects it's going to have on that exposed glass to the sunlight.
So that big oak tree that was shading the grass and maybe making it tough to grow was actually shading the house too and keeping your utility bill low, right?
Exactly right.
Okay.
Yep.
So you got to think about both sides.
Yes, sir.
So Jason, when we're talking about exterior shading, there's a product out there called solar film or solar tint is what people usually recognize it as. What is it good for? What's its advantages and disadvantages?
Solar film, just like it's installed on your car, is permanently installed on the inside glass of your window. It does a fantastic job of diffusing and filtering that light as it enters your home. Now, it might not be the best option at stopping that unwanted heat gain, but one of the major advantages is that on the window when you're looking out, it's hardly noticeable, and it also keeps the appearance on the windows from the outside looking in.
Okay, is it a do-it-yourself project usually, or should I get a contractor to do it? Or?
It could be do-it-yourself. Typically people run into problems installing film, and with the JEA rebate, it's better to have a JEA approved contractor.
I call it advanced wallpapering because it really is a big sticker, and the window's got to be wet, you got to be wet, you got to squeegee the bubbles out of it, but
it's tough.
It does help the situation.
It does a great job at diffusing that light.
Now, what about a product like solar screens? What is its advantages, disadvantages, and maybe compare and contrast it with, say, solar film?
Right. I've been building solar screens for about 5 years now. I was looking for a product that I could stop the heat before it ever hit the glass, at the same time be able to maintain visibility looking out. Solar screen's been around for a very long time, very popular out west. Where its effectiveness in the extreme sun. So with the nature of the product being installed on the outside of the window, it stops that sunlight from ever hitting your glass. It actually stops 90% of it from ever hitting your glass. So it's the best case scenario at stopping that heat before it enters if you don't have that shade from trees and porches and overhangs.
Does it change like the exterior of the house? Like if you're looking at it from the road, is that something to be aware of?
Right, yes.
Okay.
It does change the appearance of the window, sometimes for the better. But what's nice about the product and the major advantage is that the homeowner can remove this product. Say in the winter months when they want to allow that heat gain, this product can be removed and stored in the garage.
And that's a custom product. That's not a do-it-yourself type thing.
Yeah,
right?
that's custom fit, built to fit any type of window, arch top, grid work, it'll cover every window.
So Jason, I don't need to put some type of exterior shading on every window in my house, right? It's directional based.
Right, right. The north-facing windows, the light coming in is what I call the good light. This is the light you want to light up your house. The east, west, and south-facing windows is where the majority of your heat gain comes from. These are the windows we want to look at shading options to make them more energy efficient. But the best thing to do is have a JEA-approved contractor, either solar film or solar screen, come out and look at your problem windows.
Excellent. Good information. Thanks for being here, Jason. Coming up, so you want to take the plunge and buy some new windows. We'll show you some of the newest efficiency features in Windows just ahead. And later, what's it like to be a co-op student at JEA for the summer? Coming up. Toilets are by far the biggest user of water inside the home, accounting for nearly 30% of the average home's indoor water consumption. According to the EPA, by replacing older, inefficient toilets, we could save nearly 2 billion gallons of water per day across this country. I'm Brian Pippin, Conservation and Efficiency Specialist with JEA, and this How To in 2 is all about high-performance toilets. New high-performance toilets use an average of 20% less water than conventional toilets, while still providing equal or superior performance. An EPA WaterSense labeled toilet has been independently certified to meet rigorous criteria for both performance and efficiency. One high-performance toilet option available is the flapperless toilet. The flapper valve is the most common inside water leak, so this design eliminates the need for one because it uses a dump bucket technology. You no longer need a flapper valve to separate the water in the tank from the water in the bowl. The bucket holds just enough water for the next flush. There is very little difference in price for a flapperless toilet versus a conventional toilet with a flapper. Another popular high-performance toilet option is the dual flush. The technology is simple. One button for liquids and one button for solids. The idea being that you need less water to flush liquids than you need for solids, so in the end you use only the water you need. According to the EPA, if every American homeowner replaced their older, inefficient toilets with WaterSense labeled toilets, we could save nearly 640 billion gallons of water per year, equal to 2 weeks of flow over Niagara Falls. I'm Brian Pippin, Conservation and Efficiency Specialist with JEA, and this How To in 2 has been all about high-performance toilets. Welcome back. Window technology has gotten better and better over the years. One company stands out though for the latest in energy efficiency, Pella Windows and Doors. Here's my colleague David Reed again with more.
Hi, I'm David Reed, and I'm at the Pella Window Showroom on Phillips Highway with Susie Rao, a window specialist here. Now, Susie, we have a number of cutaways here. Could you talk a little bit about what we're looking at?
Sure. What we have on display today are a variety of our frame products and different product types. When you look for energy efficiency, I think one of the first things you should look at is the type of frame your window comes in. Wood, which we see here, is your most effective product on the market. It's not going to expand and retract, and it's not going to act as a conduct. If anything, it's going to expel the heat or the cold that we have. The secondary product that I would use as far as insulator factors would be my fiberglass line. It has similar properties to the wood, But the best thing about fiberglass in comparison to our vinyl line, which I'll talk about here in a moment, is that it's not going to expand and retract in the heat and the cold, and it's not going to become brittle if you live up north or and even in the North Carolina region. And then as far as our vinyl product, it's still very insulating because of the new technologies by showing the multi-chambers, but it may have a tendency to expand and retract. But what's so nice about that is that you still have a cost-effective product that would allow you to have a variety of glass to choose from. The insulated glass, which is what I call it, is a seam piece of glass that you see here. You can get it in a variety of different type of glass types, and the glass industry today has become bigger and better. Most of the time you'll see glass with a low E component here in the Florida region. With the market becoming more effective with energy savings, there's a variety of glass out there that have more than one layer of low E, and you can also get a gas-filled invisible product called argon, which also adds an added layer of insulation in that product. The triple pane glass just gives you that added insulator. So it's not going to let the heat that we have or the cold that some people have come through the glass quicker. So it acts as an additional layer for your insulator.
So each one of these is like a layer of insulation. So it's almost
That's
like
right.
layer, layer, layer. How would I know as a consumer what all of this means? Is there something simple?
All of our products are state certified and also comes out to our job site when they're sold to you with an NFRC sticker.
Okay.
And on that sticker, it describes the product that you receive, and it also gives you all of the energy performance ratings shown on that sticker. Okay. So there should be no question as to what you're getting. And over here we have our designer series sliding French door, and we are showing an accessory which is our pleated shade. And our pleated shade is in between the two layers of glass, which is where I showed you that additional piece.
Oh, that's what that wide gap is for.
Yeah, the wider
shade.
airspace, correct. And this allows us to put the privacy shade in between here. By adding this shade, it also allows us to add an additional layer of insulation when the blind is down, so it keeps the sun rays from coming in. So you're not going to feel that direct sunlight. Here is our raise and lower slim shade. As you can see, it acts as, if you will, a mini blind. It's open currently, but you do have the option of closing it.
Oh, okay, great.
And of course, it will lift if needed.
Okay, so it's just like a regular blind, just inside the window.
That's correct.
Great. Well, thank you so much, Susie.
Thank
Really
you.
appreciate you showing us all these energy efficiency features of windows, which is going to hopefully help people save some money. Brian, back to you.
Coming up, we'll talk about JEA's rebates for windows. Up next. Did you know that the moisture level inside your home has more to do with your comfort than the temperature does? A humid home during the summertime is going to be uncomfortable no matter what adjustments you make at the thermostat. So what can you do about it? I'm Brian Pippin, Conservation and Efficiency Specialist with JEA, and this How 2 in 2 is all about moisture control. In a hot, humid climate like Jacksonville, moisture flows from the warm outside air to the cool inside air through our home's exterior. Humidity is mostly controlled by your heating and cooling system that removes the moisture from the inside air by turning it into water and dumping it outside. Too much moisture results in mold or mildew. The most practical way to control both is maintaining a relative humidity below 60%. We want to control exterior moisture by ensuring that rainwater is always drained down and away from our homes. Gutters are the best way to do this. Don't use any type of vinyl wall covering in bathrooms as it doesn't allow moisture to pass through it. Be sure to air seal your home to stop moisture-laden air that typically enters from the attic at the ceiling. Common entry points are around ceiling fans, recessed can lights, and supply registers. Control interior moisture when away by setting your thermostat 3 to 5 degrees higher as opposed to turning it completely off. Also use bathroom fans to remove moisture from showers and sinks. Uncontrolled moisture in your home is going to make you uncomfortable. It's going to lower your indoor air quality, it's going to raise your utility bills, and over time it's going to destroy the building itself. However, you can control it with some simple strategies that anyone can implement. I'm Brian Pippin, Conservation and Efficiency Specialist with JEA, and this How 2 in 2 has been all about moisture control. We have a great rebate program at JEA for homeowners who make efficiency upgrades. And it just so happens that some of those upgrades apply to window treatments. Here to tell us more is Payson Tilden, JEA Manager of Demand-Side Management Programs. Hi Payson, thanks for being here.
Thanks for having me, Brian.
So Payson, what type of rebates do we offer for windows?
Currently, Shop Smart with JEA is offering a rebate on the solar screens and solar films that Jason was just discussing. There's an instant rebate of $30 per window, up to 10 windows on the east, west, and south-facing sides of your home.
Great. So as a customer, how do I go about getting that rebate?
The best thing to do is go to JEA.com, click on the Shop Smart with JEA rebates. That'll take you to a page where you can click on Windows for information and a link to the list of the pre-qualified contractors who are participating in the program. They are the ones that can provide that instant rebate, and they should give you a brochure on our program as well as tell you about it and provide a line item deduction of the JEA rebate. It's instant, no mail-ins, no fuss, no bother.
Great, excellent. Let's talk about tax credits for a minute. They've been extended through 2013. Does Windows qualify?
Yes, Windows replacement qualifies, and so do the film and screens. So customers should look at EnergyStar.gov for full details.
And so we rebate more than just Windows, right? What are the other things that we rebate?
We have a number of other rebates. We have right now a partnership with over 100 retail stores in Jacksonville to offer an instant markdown on CFLs, the compact fluorescent light bulbs. That's a great energy saver for you. Did you know, Brian, that JEA customers have purchased 4 million compact fluorescent light bulbs?
Wow.
So that's helping a lot. We also offer rebates on AC or your air conditioning heating units, attic insulation, and duct sealing. So there are lots of ways to save money.
And I think we're under a summer special for those HVAC replacements, at least through the end of August, I think.
We
correct?
are indeed. So there's some good specials. Be sure and check out JEA.com for the full information.
And I would be remiss if I didn't also say that we have rebates for our commercial customers as well, right?
We certainly do. For commercial and small business customers, we urge you to look at JEA.com, but this time Invest Smart with JEA for details on what's offered to our commercial customers.
Great. Thanks, Payson. Thanks for being here.
Good to be here.
Just ahead, what in the world is a JEA co-op? A first-hand account next. JEA strongly believes that a college student who gains work experience before graduation is well positioned to compete on the open market. That's why we actually recruit from schools all across the nation to find the best and brightest to work with us during the summer. But what do they do all day? Here to tell us her experience is one of our 2013 summer co-ops, Deidre Hills. Hello, Deidre. Thanks for being here.
Thank you.
So, Deidre, where did you go to high school?
I went to First Coast High School.
First, right here. Excellent. And what about college?
I'm a graduating senior at the University of North Florida.
Excellent, excellent. So what is a co-op exactly?
Well, last year's co-ops defined it as a cornucopia of outstanding professionals. But what it really means is a relationship among a student and an organization in which the student combines academic studies with periods of paid work experience. But no matter what you call us, JEA's 2013 summer interns are simply the best. What do we do exactly? Well, take a look.
JEA co-ops get a chance to learn all about JEA firsthand while getting paid. In early July, we toured the Main Street Water Lab in Springfield where scientists test water samples. Linda Hunn is a coastal biology major at the University of North Florida. Her co-op job is to put together water sample kits at the Main Street Lab for biologists to take into the field when they test JEA's drinking water.
We drink it on a daily basis, and I didn't know half of the things they're talking to me about, and I can't wait to go back to the lab and get to do all those experiments. So I'm going to be able to hopefully take that knowledge, and it'll benefit me in my academics as well as my future career.
JEA co-ops come from all over the city: UNF, JU, EWC, and FSCJ. Some students also joined us from FSU, UF, and from as far away as Tuskegee University in Alabama. A total of 10 different colleges and universities are represented this year.
We had over 230 individuals to apply. We interviewed 80 for 20 positions. It was such a hard choice, we came away with 25.
JEA co-ops get great hand-on experience in their field of choice. William Steichen is working in the IT department, helping to develop a mobile application for JEA.com.
We're really hands-on with the IT programming, and that you're really in there, hands deep into your code. And it's really relaxed too. They're not too worried about how uptight they need to be. I mean, everyone talks and you get to know people really well.
JEA believes that its co-op program is a great opportunity to let the world know that JEA is an employer of choice in the community. To that end, they make sure the program is well diversified.
Jacksonville is a rich community with many people, many backgrounds, many areas of our city, and we want our employee base to mirror that community. And in our way, this co-op program is a pipeline to that.
For me, working at JEA over the past 2 summers has opened my eyes to so many options of what I can do with my career. JEA has some of the best employees who all care about the company, but more importantly, the community. So hopefully one day I can return and continue to help build our community.
So what if someone watching this at home wants to apply and to be a JEA co-op next year? How would they actually go about doing that?
They need to go online to jea.com/careers and click on the link that says college internships. They'll find everything they need to know, including when to apply.
Excellent. Okay, thank you for being here, Deidre, and good luck in the future.
Thank you.
And that's it for our show for this month. As always, you can find an action sheet on Windows on our website at jea.com/savingscoach. And if you have any questions about your Windows, send us an email at savingscoach@jea.com. I'm Brian Pippin. See you next month.